I'll let some people get in before I start ranting for the day. Golly, man. Okay, so I wanted to get on here and just talk about bringing thoughts into captivity. Now, why would you do that? And what happens when you do that? So, the whole point of bringing your thoughts into captivity, which is not allowing them to be expressed and also not accepting them, is because you do not want to be moved by thought. Because thought in itself holds its own identity, away from yours, away from your own natural movement, your own natural spirit. Now, when a thought moves through you, you embody it and you become it. And that means you're not living your life. You are living the thought. Zeitgeist is a thing that people are talking about, and it's so true. Zeitgeist is the overarching thought or identity within a society, within a race, a subgroup, whatever. That is true. But we're not keeping in mind that we have our own zeitgeist, our own thoughts that are wanting to take control over us. And we must bring all that into captivity. Now, when you do that, when you start putting these thoughts into, I would say, a small prison, you are going to be hit way harder by those thoughts because they want to exist within you. And when you bring them all away, more and more times will that thought be hitting you, and hitting you. And that's why staying so present and in prayer is number one. Because if you're not present, that thought will be cultivated even louder than when it was dormant inside of you. Because when you start to shed light on it, it's freaking out. It's like, oh my gosh, what is happening? I might be dying here. That's when you have to starve it out with prayer. That's when you have to starve it out with being present. That thought, that's whatever is existing in you most prevalently. Some people will hold anger. Some people will hold fear. Some people will hold lust more than anyone else. You have to see your weakness and bring that into captivity. But knowing that when you do, it will be louder than when it was dormant. Stay present and stay in prayer at all times. And when you do that, you can truly be you. What's up, dude? That's when you can truly be you. If not, you're living other aspects of life that is not you. And you start to see that things flow so naturally. It's like if you ever seen a stream of water, the water flows correctly if there's no branches, if there's no rocks, if there's no interruptions within that stream. But as soon as you put anything within that stream, it becomes rocky, it doesn't flow correctly. And that's what thoughts and emotions are doing to us, living our lives, fulfilling our destiny. There's roadblocks. Yo, little sharky. That's what happens with us. So look within yourself and see, where are the roadblocks? Where are you liked? Sweet man, thank you. You have to look inside of yourself and see, where are your own roadblocks? Where is the rocks? Where is the branches within your stream that's stopping you from just being yourself and living truly in your spirit? Because we all have roadblocks because the world has conditioned us to have them. And thoughts also have conditioned us. Oh my gosh, yo, so many people are liking. No, I don't even know who's, I feel like I know these two people, but thank you for liking. But those two things, just bringing the thoughts into captivity and bringing your emotions into captivity and really seeing, if these things are holding you back, why don't you just give them up? Why don't you just give them up and see what happens to your life? Because things will flow perfectly. There won't be any resistance within your life and within your destiny. And that's the whole point. Woo! That's the whole point, is you want to live free. You want to live free from judgment of yourself, because most of the time we're just judging ourselves over everything else. I just see you. Most of the time we're just living in so many thoughts that we can't even live our own life. What is that? We're just not even living our lives. So allow yourself to be free from your own personal judgment. Because I see within myself and within others, what the dollars, what's up guys, that when we hold judgment even with ourselves, we stop our own flow. So most of the time we are our worst enemy. It doesn't even have to be outside sources. We are the ones holding ourselves back because we judge ourselves. We overthink, we overanalyze, and we're not connected to real life. So free yourself from your own personal judgments, and you start to see that there is no problems. The only problem is because you judge life, and you accept the thoughts, and you accept your emotions, and you have no discipline to put them into captivity. So learn to be free. It takes discipline. Where am I from? I'm from Canada. I'm from Ottawa, Canada. I'm connecting myself to an outlet after this. That's pretty weird. Me. Yo, the chat has its own life. Yeah, anyone have any questions? I swear the moon, dude. Moonbeam. Yo, but do you guys understand a little bit about what I'm saying? And you see it within yourselves? That you just judge yourself a lot of the times, and that stops you from truly living your life? Hi, what's up, dude? Invest in Nvidia. I don't even... What is Nvidia? I say do it, man. Invest in it. Why not? I have no idea what it is. But clearly, I think you know what it is. Nvidia. I swear that's like a cream. Or is it a cream? Biggest company in the world. I have no idea about it. Tell me about it. Really? Oh, Nivea. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was Nivea. That's the only thing I saw. I never even used that cream. It's terrible for you. Stay ashy at all times. Is it actually a chip company? I'll do some research on it, but I never even heard of it in my life. But yeah, so observe yourself, observe your judgments of yourself, and you start to see that you can be free. But that takes self-work and self-analysis. Is it GPUs coming? GPUs company. I'm so out of the loop. I feel like everyone that joined the chat is on a different wavelength. I'll do some research on it. I've never heard it in my life. Well, that probably makes sense because this whole world is digital. Like, look what you're listening to right now is through a phone. And I'm trying to build a business through a phone, so yeah. You have a question in the chat. Do you guys actually hold any self-judgment? And why do you hold the self-judgment? What does it give you? Hey, what's up, dude? Whoa, dude. Yo, I'm about to get sunburned in about 10 minutes. Wet ass. You got a dent in your hairs. Your hairs. Hairs? Yeah, do you hold judgment? I got a dent in my head. Where's the dent in my head? follow Dance. Yeah, do you hold any self-judgment? And why do you hold the self-judgment? What does it do for you? What does holding judgment do for you? Bend down probably from headphones. No, I don't have any dents in my head from headphones. I think it's just my hairline, bro. I got the fucked up hairline genetics. And I have a scar from when I was a kid, so I screwed it up. It's like your hair, you didn't see your hair goes down. It's in your hair, you didn't see how your hair goes down. Oh no. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, I'm gonna call it now. Must just be me. Maybe, I don't know. Again, that's like self-judgment. I might see it, but it does nothing for me to hold judgment. It prevents me from being a savage animal for one. It gives me a direction to work towards to be a better and not worse. Now, why do you have to be successful? Why do you have to be better? And why do you want to be a savage? See, that question too, I had to answer that within myself. Like, why do I want to be successful? Why am I striving? And who is the I that is striving? Most of the time when you are striving so hard, when it's not in your natural inclination, you become very insane. And living with yourself is very hard. You tend to burn yourself out. You tend to become a little bit insane. Because you're always in a thought of like, I'm not good, I'm not good, I'm not good, I should be better, I should be better. And that makes you more crazy. You just see how your own natural spirit works when you give up all thoughts, and that's truly who you are. But I get you, especially as a young man and how the world is now. You compare yourself to a lot of other people and other life situations, but see within yourself how insane you are when you're striving all the time and you want to be better, you want to be the better. Why? That's not what I mean. You're right, I should continue being an unemployed bum. That's not what I mean either. You should be able to provide for self and hold no judgment about what job you do and all this stuff. Just see what is being presented to you in your life. If there's an opportunity, take it. But that endless want and need to strive will most of the time bring you more insanity than inner peace. And I'm with you on both the comments. Like, the false me wants to strive all day. The false me wants more and more. But I realize within myself how insane I become and how I affect my relationships because of my own inner want and drive and all that stuff. And when you give that up, you have inner peace. And when you have inner peace, you can actually love correctly. It's a balancing act, but it's also, you have to see who you actually are. Get to know yourself. And things will flow naturally. What's in front of you, you will do without any resistance. You'll be able to get up for work or get up and do whatever you have to do without having anxiety, without having the need to do it. You just say, okay, this is what I do. This is who I am. And it flows naturally. But see it for yourself, as I had to see it for myself first. And it is scary because you're gonna give up the ego that you develop to live that lifestyle. And that lifestyle might fade, but you truly will see who you are, not the thought that is working through you. Like, even the balancing act is a thought. So it is like Stoicism. It's a lot like Stoicism. I mean, I follow Christ, and Stoicism and the true, I won't say true, but when you're in line with God, it is very stoic because you get to see reality for what it is and not what you want it to be, and you just address life for what it's presenting you with. And you'll be surprised, man. Everything will fall into place. I'm not saying that there won't be challenges, but you can address the challenges of life with perfect peace and with true love. I really do like Stoicism. When I was young, I studied a lot of Stoicism, and Marcus Aurelius was a huge foundation for me in learning myself when I was a young man. It's very powerful. But I really think about the life of Christ, and how even through his ministry, there was peace within his heart during chaos, because his destiny was to do what he did. He didn't hold any judgment, and he did say that greater things will be done through us if we just give up thought, emotion, and just see what God is presenting us with. But a lot of Christians, I understand, hold a lot of judgment. So the church has demonized a lot of people, and that's a problem. But we have to address it with perfect peace and love, and not with division, right? Like, being a young man in this world is super hard. Being a woman in this world is hard. Being a human in this world is hard. So having perfect peace and moving with true love, not with emotional love or thoughtful love, is number one. Like, what are some main challenges that you're dealing with right now in life? Social anxiety. Now, 100% that is self-judgment. Because how do you know anyone's judging you? You're playing the observer of everyone else but yourself. So you're outside of self. It's a state of fear, and fear and love cannot coexist. So I encourage you to see who is judging you. And you start to realize that you're judging yourself. And that's the false self. That's the thought that's trying to hold you back from stepping on your path fully and being free, man. It's very challenging because, like, that's a thought form that's been inside of your body and inside of your mind for so long. So to break that down, you have to give up the present self and say, yeah, I'm not these thoughts, I'm not these emotions, I'm beyond that. Like, you can be free if you just hold no judgment. But judgment is something that we've been taught to have because it boosts our own ego. And yeah. It's a huge problem, actually. But the only one judging you is you. And you actually have no control over what anyone else thinks and how they perceive you. So you have to give up that. Like, the name of this live stream right now is Bring All Thoughts into Captivity. So bring that thought, the most dormant thought, into captivity and see who you actually are when you give that up. You'll be free. It's freeing. And the thing too is that there is 8 billion people on this planet. We're all human and we all have thoughts and emotions. And most of the time we deal with the same things. Maybe on an individual level it is different based off of our life circumstances and what the Creator has given us. But the emotions and the thoughts have been the same since the beginning of time. Like, there's some practical things you can do besides giving up all thought and emotion. Is like, get sunlight on your skin, get fresh air, move your body, drink clean water, and eat healthy food. That puts your body in a state of harmony. And because our food is poisoning us. But clean up those aspects and work on being aware, staying in prayer and meditation, which is self-analysis, and you will be free from it. My phone's at 4%, 3%. So I'll maybe do this for about another minute or two. Yeah, you guys have any more questions before I dip? I'll probably be back online today. Yeah, bro, you're right. I just had the most spiritual experience where in this moment I felt a warm presence come over me and I started laughing at how serious I take life. Almost like saying, yeah, life is not meant to be taken super